Brendan Rodgers is just sitting down in his press conference and will now be able to speak to our man Ian Stringer. Brendan, hi, it's Ian Stringer up in the commentary box. I hope you're able to hear me. Hi, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the win. An incredible, certainly, second half performance, and you clearly started to come into the game in the first half. That's the basis of my first question, Brendan, actually. Do you feel that you grew into the game, you weathered a bit of a West Bromwich Albion storm, and then slowly took paces into it before dominating it second half?
Yeah, I thought first half we were surprised a little bit. They'd obviously played a back five, so set up in a defensive structure. So that made space. There wasn't so much space for us. And I think it was partly the weather. First game of the season, it was a little bit slow. I thought we were slow getting through the lines. But like you say, Ian, we started to penetrate that a little bit more, so showed some good moments. In the second part of the first half, we had a problem with the diagonal ball. We didn't put enough pressure on O'Shea, and he's got really good quality, and at times that was our only defensive problem, I felt, when on the switch. So half time we were able to organise our pressure better on him, and just encourage again that intensity in our attack. And when we attack well, we normally defend well as well. So in second half I thought we were excellent, good tempo, running off the ball, penetrating in behind, and we looked a real good threat.
How do you assess the debut of Timothy Castagne, Brendan? Matt Piper gave him man of the match up here.
Yeah, deservingly so. I think for your first game in the Premier League, to come in, play, defend as well as he did, and attack and get a goal, it's a great debut for him. But he's a player I've known for a number of years. He's got the profile that we like. You see his athleticism. He's made for the Premier League. Can run all day. Wants to get in the box and score goals, but ultimately he has to be able to defend. And you can see he can defend. He was up against a good winger today as well, who West Brom have obviously brought in, and he's been on loan. But now he was very, very good, and also gives us that quality. Playing for Belgium, you can see his quality and mentality. So yeah, delighted for him, and really good debut.
And of course we'll talk about the goals and the great technique with the header to score the goal, and Jamie Vardy's 2 penalties and finishing those. But we know also how proud of clean sheets defenders and goalkeepers are, and particularly when you're not, respectfully, a centre-half as Wilfred Ndidi is. How much kind of respect have you got for him to being able, and I know he played centre-half early on in his career, Brendan, but as a midfielder, to be able to step in and do so well today? How proud of his performance were you today?
Well, very. I think for the whole back four and goalkeeper, you think they've been away with the federations, so we did about 2 days to actually work together. So it was never going to be perfect, and obviously at the start of the game there's a couple of heavy passes and the cohesion wasn't quite there. But for Wilf, it's a trust I have in him. I would never expose any player to play in a position I never ever thought that they could. But I think you see him when he slot it in there. Good, he's 6'2", but he can jump so high. So he's good in the air. He's quick in his recovery speed, and the likes of JJ as well. Brilliant defensively, and it's like what I like in my back line. I like that aggression. I like them to be able to squeeze the pitch, and the back line was really fast today. But Wilf was very, very good, and the others showed great cohesion considering they haven't worked a lot together.
Was it a perfect situation to bring back James Maddison, 2 goals up and 15 minutes to go? I'd imagine he needs a bit of fitness. Clearly his injury is over his injury, but a bit of fitness in his body, as it were. Perfect on and like that. First game of the season.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can somebody unmute Brendan?
There we go. Okay, brilliant. I can hear you now, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yes, James Maddison, Brendan, I won't keep you too long because I know that lots of media have had their pound of flesh already and you want to get home to a roast dinner. But James Maddison, 15 minutes ago, 2-0 up. You must be delighted to see him back on the pitch, and he looked pretty much injury-free, Brendan.
Yes, yeah, he's moving much better now. He's trained with the team this week. He's obviously been out for quite a long period, but worked ever so hard to come back. It's just great to have that quality, because it's one of the things that I would like to improve the squad, and that real quality. You see with Timothy's introduction, what he gives, and obviously James coming back. It was a perfect situation for him. So my idea was to get him on for 15-20 minutes, just get some game time in his legs, and he'll feel better for that, and now motivated for the next week's training.
And you've mentioned that you just mentioned you wanted to improve the squad with quality, Brendan. You used an interesting word in your press conference on Friday, that you were awaiting clarity on your transfer proceedings and your transfer position. What kind of clarity are you awaiting?
No, I'd mentioned about we'll get clarity on where we will be. You know, once the window is shut. So we'll know exactly where we're at in terms of players. You know, what we want to, of course, we would like to prove. And I think I said early on in the broadcast leading into this game, I think it's, you know, for us, it was a fantastic season last season. But in order to prove, we have ambition, and time will develop the players that's here. But of course, we want to improve on the quality, and that means not getting a big number of players in, but certainly getting a number that'll help us develop. So, but it's nothing. The club have been absolutely brilliant since the first day I came in, and the club have always shown that where they can, and where they can afford, and there is a player available that they can, then they will look to do everything to get that player in. But I think everyone seeing it will say that for this team to improve, that will be important.
But finally, do you envisage any business in the coming days ahead of the game against Burnley next week? Incoming?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's a load of work that's going on behind the scenes by the staff and the recruitment team. A lot of great work, and so we will just see what happens over these next few days. We've had contacts with other managers and whatnot, but yeah, we'll see how the week goes. But I'm delighted for the guys that are here, and that's where my concentration will always be. I think there's a lot of scope to improve this squad, and we'll continue to do that, whether we get players in or not.
Thank you, Brendan, and please thank Jamie Vardy for doing his celebration in front of an empty stadium, because it gave us all a really good laugh. Well done today.
Super, well done.
Thank you. Brendan.
Any more questions before we finish? Vinny O'Connor, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Vinny, how you doing? Oh, there you go.
Good to see you.
Sorry if we're taking up.
To be fair.
Must be. I see you looking. I'm seeing you looking. I'm thinking, right, it must be the game you're watching. What's the score?
It's just a quick one. It was just a quick one. I mean, basically, you know, when you look at Jamie Vardy, not just the goals today, but how he occupies defenders at his age as well, he's still operating like that. I don't know whether it comes as a relief as a manager or not.
No, and Vinny, listen, if you're listening, I don't mind if you turn your head to watch another game. If you need to, I'll just talk. No, Jamie is peerless. You know that there's many top strikers in this level, but I think any team would want someone like him in there. He's just super cool. He's clinical. You see his pace. He's still got that running ability, and in that situation, you know, to put you one up, it was great composure. So no, it's a great start for him personally to get off to scoring 2 goals, and of course, really good for the team.
Well, man, good luck for the season, mate.
Thanks, Vinny. Thank you. Hi, George.
Hi, Brendan. Can I just ask, was there a particular reason why Damari Gray wasn't in the squad today? Is he got an injury at all?
No. I just felt this was a game where, obviously now the substitute's down to 7 and we can only use 3. So I felt that we would, if we needed to make a striker change, I had a striker on the bench in Kalachi. And if we needed to, we wanted to get James some game time, so that was 2, and it worked out quite well what we thought. If we needed, because Ayo was never going to last the game, but if we were in a good position in the game, we'd want someone to come in and work tirelessly on that side, and that was Mark to come in. So there wasn't a place for him, but like I said to the players, it's every game will judge it, what the starting team is, and what the bench will be.
Tom Colomassi, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Tom.
Given all the success Jamie's had, he's 34 in January, how much credit is it to him, how hungry he still seems to be, and even after such a short break, he's back and he looks so sharp and he looks so fit. Just could you sum up just how hungry he still is and how amazing that is for him?
Yeah, I think that having worked with him now for 18 months or so, that it's one of the not the big surprises, because I think the top quality players, doesn't matter what they've done in the past, doesn't matter how much money they earn, they want to be the best they can be, and Jamie typifies that for me. He's out on the training field. Of course, we're having to manage him over this next numbers of years, but he's out there, he's training and works intensely, and he's a natural goal scorer. So I think any team would love Jamie Vardy, and you see he still is quick, and if he can stay injury free and be available this season, I suspect he'll have another great season.
Thank you.
Cheers, Tom. No worries. Okay. Thanks, guys. Safe drive home. Cheers.
Cheers, Brendan.
Cheers.